Hello students, how are you? I hope you all will be well by the God's grace. Now, I am going to teach English language to class 12 UP. English language. For this, today's chapter is synthesis of sentences. Synthesis of sentences. Its first part has already been discussed by Mr. Aditya sir previously before the half-yearly examination. Now I will discuss its next part, that is second part, to combine simple sentences into one complex sentence. Mr. Aditya sir discussed in before half-yearly examination to combine simple sentences into simple sentence, and as well as to combine simple sentences into compound sentence. But the second part was remained there. So I am teaching you second part of synthesis of complex sentences, that is to combine simple sentences into one complex sentence. As students, pay attention, as the name indicates, complex sentence. Complex sentence means more than one, two or three sentences. If we are told to combine together, then what will we do? The construction of complex sentence, first of all I must know what is the combination, what is the construction of complex sentence. Pay attention towards this. Complex sentence contains one principal clause, one principal or main clause, and next subordinate clause. Both combined together, principal clause or main clause plus subordinate clause, both combined together are called complex sentences. Do you know this point clearly? Means one main clause or the principal clause plus subordinate clause, both combined together form complex sentence. Then I must know what is the principal clause and what is the subordinate clause, and also what is clause. Clause means basically you can say the full sentence, means two sentences together. Both are called clause. Why? What sentence contains subject and predicate. In the same way, clause also contains subject and predicate. Then why it is subordinate clause and why it is principal clause? Principal clause is a independent clause. It is said principal clause because it is independent, not combined with other, not joined with other. But subordinate clause is attached to the principal clause, so it is called subordinate clause. Okay? Principal clause is an independent clause which is not connected to any other. He can work freely, independently, but subordinate clause is connected to this principal clause. It cannot work, it cannot explain its meaning independently because it is connected. As we can take an example of railway. First engine, then compartments. Engine can move on and move on independently without compartments, without carriages. But the compartments or carriages cannot move without linking it to the engine. So engine is the principal class and other compartments are subordinate class because they are joined together. Now another question arises, how can we know is it subordinate class or not? So the answer is the subordinate class is connected with a subordinate conjunction. Subordinate class is joined with a subordinate conjunctions. For this, you must go in the chapter of conjunctions. You can find there are two types of conjunctions: subordinating conjunctions and coordinating conjunctions. Here in these complex sentences, we require subordinating conjunctions. So sentence joined with the principal class with a subordinating conjunction is called subordinate class. Okay. Now come at the next point. There are three kinds of subordinate class. This one, subordinate class. Main class is the main class, but subordinate class are categorized into three parts. Three parts. The first one is noun class, second one is adjective class, and third one is adverb class. Why it is so? Why are they named so? Come to the point, noun class. Students, you know about nouns. Nouns, a word which is name of any person, place or thing is called a noun. In the same way, if the whole sentence give the sense of a person, place or thing, that is, the whole sentence is called noun class. Okay? The whole sentence, the whole class gives the meaning of a person, place or thing. The sentence can be called a noun class. Secondly, adjective class. Students, you know adjectives. The word which qualifies noun or pronoun is called adjective. In the same way, if the whole sentence, if the whole class contain the same meaning, means if the whole sentence, whole class qualifies noun or pronoun, means gives the same sense, then the whole class may be called adjective class. Okay? In the same way, third one is adverb class. Adverb, the word which qualifies or modifies the meaning of a verb is called adverb. Single word, that is single word. But if the whole class does this work, that modifies the meaning of a verb, then the whole class may be called adverb class. Okay? Now these three classes are clear to you, students. I think all of you paying serious attention towards me. Now come at the next point. So I think we require subordinating conjunctions to form a noun class, which are that, when, where, who, which, why and what. These are the conjunctions, these are the subordinating conjunctions required for making subordinate class, noun class. Okay. this class does. Now I am teaching you now noun class, how to form noun class. Okay, so you should use these words, these conjunctions, that, what, where, who, which, why, what, etc. Okay, at the joining place you will have to use these words, these conjunctions. Now come at the next point. This class means noun class. Does the work in 5 ways. Noun class does the work in 5 ways. 5 तरह से काम करता है. Does the work in 5 ways. Number 1, subject of the work. It does the work of subject of the work. How? Pay attention toward this. He says something. One sentence. Next, it is not correct. We have to combine these two sentences. Then the result will be what he says. He says something, something गायब हो जाएगा, something will vanish. He says something, यानी what will be used here? What he says. What he says. It is not correct. It will be erased. Not be correct. So what he says is not correct. Except it, remaining words may be used. Okay. So then its answer will be what he says is not correct. Come at the second point. Object of the transitive verb. It does the work of the object of a transitive verb. For example, he may be guilty. He may be guilty. Another sentence, I cannot say. I cannot say this. Then its solution will be I cannot say. Second part, I cannot say. What I cannot say? He may be guilty. तो वो guilty है, वो अपराधी है या नहीं? तो I cannot say. We should use whether. Whether he is guilty. Whether from the first sentence he is guilty. Maybe. Maybe will be changed in is. Maybe will be changed in is. He is guilty. But two words will be added together or not. In this type of sentences where we use whether, then or not is also used. Okay? So the solution will be I cannot say whether he is guilty or not. Third one is complement of the linking word. For example, the clouds would rain. Clouds would rain. Second, that was our hope. ये हमने hope किया इसमें. Cloud rain करेंगे. तो its solution will be our hope. हमारी hope क्या थी? Our hope was. Our hope was. फिर conjunction that will be used. That the clouds would rain. That the clouds would rain. Okay. Now come at the fourth point, object of the preposition. For example, the teacher is saying something. Teacher कुछ कह रहा है. Second, pay attention to it. उस पे ध्यान दें. Then its solution will be pay attention. Second part will come at the first place. Pay attention to. Pay attention to it. गायब हो जाएगा. तो pay attention to what. Conjunction what will be used. What the teacher is saying. And something भी गायब हो जाएगा as I told you before. Okay. Then the solution will be pay attention to what the teacher is saying. And the last point is number 5. In opposition to a noun or pronoun. In opposition to a noun or pronoun. आएगी। सेकेंड, दैट वाज आवर होप, हमें ऐसे मिली। थर्ड पार्ट, आवर होप वाज नॉट रॉन्ग, हमारी उम्मीद जो थी वो गलत नहीं थी। आवर होप वाज नॉट रॉन्ग। 3 sentences are there. We have to combine these 3 sentences together in this way. Our hope, हमारी hope क्या थी? That conjunction will be used, that the sunlight would come. The sunlight would come. This part will be joined here. Would come was not wrong. Last part of the sentence was not wrong. The whole sentence will be our hope that the sunlight would come was not wrong. Okay, students. Now I read this chapter. Read these things from your textbook and do the exercise given below. That's all. Thank you.